Where you go right here?
Yeah, that's my video.
All
there.
right, and it looks like we are live, and we already have some people. Hello, Laura.
Woo.
I love when I show up and there's already people. I'm like, oh god, I'm not talking to myself. Oh wow, there's a lot of people.
You got a co-host, so you won't be.
Yes, I do have a co-host. So, sorry you guys, I'm a little. It's been a day, and I haven't been live on my own channel in like half of a year. So if I'm a little rusty, thank you. Bear with me. And welcome to my first live stream in 2022, which sounds ridiculous because we're halfway into the year, but that is where we are. So I'm going to stop rambling for a second, and I'll just let Natalie introduce herself.
I am Natalie Locke. You can, I'm assuming you got my links down below or something.
Actually, I don't, because I never am prepared for anything in life. So send them to me during one of the sprints and I'll drop them all down below.
All right, I'll send them. I'll copy and paste. But you can find me on just about every platform of TikTok, Twitch. I mean, not that you only need to hear me. So, Instagram. Right now I'm doing like a flash fiction series. So far I counted today, I've done 146 flashes since September 26, 2021. So, and I'm working my way through the book, Write the Story, which actually I'm only 114 out of 200 in that book. It's amazing I can get anything done, as you can tell, but I'm using my head to stabilize. But yeah, I have a video every Wednesday on YouTube, Flash Fiction Live on Saturdays at 8:30 with Chandra Author, either on her channel or mine, and live stream on Twitch at 7 p.m. on Sundays. That summarizes it. It's good enough. Yes, sweetie.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out today. So if any of you guys are not familiar with my channel and you just kind of popped in because you're like, hey, I want to get shit done today. I am Amara Franklin. When I say a hot mess, I literally mean I am sweating. So I am so sorry if I'm sweating all over your computer screens. But it's very hot in my house.
I just saw a card and markers. I didn't get that.
I'm sorry, what?
This is why Amara and I work, because we both deal with kids.
No,
I will set the alarm right now.
Please, everyone go outside.
Please. I forgot when I scheduled this live stream that the kids were going to be off school today. Especially because you don't even have a shirt. Go away. So I apologize in advance for the whininess that's happening.
We're all parents. Yeah, he is cute. It's his saving grace.
So I am literally a hot mess right now because I just got done. I was like, sure, I totally have enough time to go to the gym and come back and okay, I'm calling somebody. And
no, don't press it.
Yeah.
And work out and then come home and make myself pretty and do the live stream and deal with the minions. And well, I think you can see by the literal meltdown on your screen right now that did not go according to plan. But we're going to get a lot of shit done today. Anyways, I'm Amara Franklin. I do writing videos. Sometimes I do book videos. And I am a single mom of identical twin crazies. And you will probably hear them interrupting me quite a bit. Yes, I know somebody is calling.
It's Lindsay.
I know Lindsay's calling, and I'm not going to answer right now because I'm on a live stream. We are live on the internet right now, Jason.
Answer it.
I'm not going to answer the phone.
Hi.
I've seen people answer, but it's usually spam callers.
Okay, how about we don't put Lindsay on speakerphone when I am live on the internet? I'll call you back.
Is it one of those friends where, like, so my sister's the type where I have to go, hey, you're on speakerphone, otherwise she will not be appropriate for any setting.
Yeah. Well, basically, anytime I'm talking to my best friend, we're always on speaker and we're never appropriate. So yeah, she's learned. But I thought this time I should warn her, we are live on the internet right now. So let's definitely be extra careful about what we say. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and start our first sprint in just a few minutes. We are going to do the first one a little bit longer because I also did not know until about 5 seconds ago.
Sliding glass open.
There goes my alarm system. That
You gonna take my
apparently
phone?
I did not know I have a 30-minute therapy session scheduled for
Okay, well,
12:15 today. So I'm just going to do the first sprint we're going to do for productivity will be we're going to say about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Well,
going to do my therapy apparently.
Hey,
Welcome
but
to
that
mine.
self-care is productivity.
It is
100%.
productivity. I have no idea why we have a 30-minute appointment scheduled for today because I don't remember scheduling it. And also, she very well might not know that it's scheduled because there was one day I was just like, hey, like I'm ready. And apparently we didn't even have an appointment scheduled. So I don't know.
Yeah, and if it turns out that way, I'm sure. What do you plan on working on?
I'm writing. My goal is to write 5,000 words today.
Ooh.
Looking at how my day has been going, I'm not sure how attainable that goal is, but that is the goal. Yes, Jason.
may I have something to kill the bugs?
What bugs?
The ones, there's 2 out there.
What kind of bugs?
Or you can sit there.
The flying ones.
No, if they're flying, just let them fly around. You don't need to kill them.
They'll be fine. You don't have to kill
They're fine.
everything.
We do not need to kill bugs, especially when mommy is live on the internet.
They'll only eat trash.
No, you
They're
can't.
just they're gonna fly around and they're not gonna eat people, they're not gonna eat trash, they're just gonna fly around and live their best bug life. Now, can I please talk to the internet? Love you, bye. So let's go ahead and go through some of these comments really quick.
We got a lot of people here.
We do. It's amazing what happens when I don't stream at midnight. I used to do like live streams. I would call them my late night live streams, and they were at like midnight. And there'd be like nobody to 2 people. So this is fun. This is really fun.
Are they leaving the house?
No, they're just I'm on the 3rd floor, so there's just a back patio that they're going to. But I have to have I have my alarm system disarmed, but it goes off, so it tells me when I can't see the bugs what they are doing. Do not go back outside right now, okay? Thank you. Okay, so hello to Carly.
Yeah.
The little ones are super cute. I agree.
I'm choosing your
Nina, hello. Yay for productivity. Yes, we love being productive. So drop your comments on what you guys are going to be working on.
Yeah.
Because we know I'm going to be writing / possibly doing therapy.
Who knows?
I'm working on a post, but we'll also be writing. What kind of post? Like a blog post or what are we talking about? Working on a cosmic horror. Ooh, I do love horror stories. I want to hear more about this.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm working on a video, though if I get tired of working on the video, I do have some beta reading that I have not been doing. So I need to be a good friend and read.
That's awesome. So let's go ahead and start the first sprint. We're going to say theoretically, let's say we'll come back at 12:50. So it's a little bit of a longer sprint. Normally I like to do 20 to 25 minutes, but because I might possibly be doing therapy right now. So I am going to mute my screen and mute my camera. But we will be working on stuff and then we'll come back at 12:50. And I don't really have anything going on today, so we can sprint for as long as you guys will have me / as long as my children don't burn down the house. We have a couple minutes left before we start, so let's just figure we'll start like right at 12:15.
Come on.
Drifting more in my chaos project, pantsing the novel. So everything is up in the air, hence the chaos name. I love it.
I mean, my name is Chaos, so like,
I think
I love it. Yeah. Carly, an Instagram post and writing my horror. Dude, I love how many people are writing horror. That's awesome.
People who can write horror, there are some elements. I've like accidentally stumbled into horror once or twice with my flashes, but I still haven't learned.
You're not coming with me.
Are you yelling at me or the dog?
The dog.
Where do you think you're? I will talk to you when my mute is.
I've had my son walk across the table multiple times.
The dog doesn't follow me.
The lighthouse's green beam of light pierced through the torrential ocean spray, beckoning fortune to come, for prosperity to desert. those who had forsaken the island and return the times of old to the rotting rock. The times of
Oh,
plentiful catches. Huh?
Oh, I went too far. I made it go away.
No, that was the next
we're good?
thing
Okay.
that I was reading. The times of plentiful catches, flourishing industry, and laughing children frolicking along the rocky harbor, collecting trinkets and treasures. The days of ancients and the yearly sacrifice. That's the first paragraph. Ooh,
That is
it does set the
amazing.
vibe.
I like it.
I don't know, buddy.
I'm all for it.
I don't know.
The days of ancients. And
Mom,
the
I
yearly
had to do
sacrifice.
something.
Buddy,
I had to put
yeah,
the
I probably went to go take care of you during that video clip.
I didn't travel outside the
All right, so let's go ahead and start the
Open
first
the
sprint,
front
and we
door.
will be
Sounds
back
good.
at 12:50.
And
Yes. I will be on mute, but you will probably see my kid on my back at some point. All right. Everybody, happy productivity. 12:50. We will be back.
Hello. Okay, so that is the first sprint.
Sounds about right.
I did not have therapy. She has no idea why I got a text message saying that I had therapy today. And am I even on the right camera? I wonder. I feel like it. No, I'm on the right camera. Okay. It just looked a little cloudy for me for some reason. So instead, I just brushed my hair and put on makeup and tried to make myself feel like I wasn't a hot, sweaty mess.
All right, buddy. You want it in there?
And I apologize. I have a child that is in a mood today.
I got a child going crazy too. All right, what do you need?
Right here.
Okay. There you go, buddy.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, so I was able to get technically 9 minutes and 40 seconds into the video. It was like 20 minutes and now it's down to like 16 something. It's probably going to end up being maybe 14 or 13 by the time I'm done, because I have background footage of where I read the story and it shows me typing it over the reading or under the reading, whatever. It's time lapse. So I did that. How did chat do? Nina Natasha got 349 words, hit 6K in the draft. Woo! Nice, Nina. Carly published the post, and now moving on to actual writing. Hey, it's nice.
That is incredible, by the way.
Yes.
I did nothing. I just put on makeup and talked to my friend.
Yeah, it's okay. You ignored her call earlier, so.
Yes, I did. Well, here's the thing. I didn't just think, well, yes, I ignored her call, but the reason she was calling me was because my child had hit a button and called her first. And then I hung up, and then she was calling me, and then it was a whole thing. So, but I do feel a little better being a human being and at least brushing my hair. There's something about like when you're feeling chaotic, just like brushing your hair just makes you feel like, okay, I am a human being.
I have dry shampoo, and also, though that's not going to happen today. Today, I do need a shower, so that's going to be glorious when it happens.
Oh yeah, there will be showering later. But I put so much dry shampoo in my hair that I was like, oh my god, the entire from basically like here up was like gray. Like I had gray hair. There was so much dry shampoo in. But yeah. Well, and congratulations to Nina and Carly for writing so much. I am going to definitely on the next sprint be doing some writing because...
Yeah, I'm hoping the rest of this video doesn't take that much longer, because I really do want to get into the beta reading that I've been meaning to do for a while. And it's better, even though I could do it on my phone, the way I use Story Origin. And the way Story Origin is that when you're on your phone, you can't really do inline comments easily. So I would end up having to like scroll back and forth, be like, hey, this 5th paragraph, this sentence, I think would be better written this way. And I don't want to do that. So I can really only do it on my computer, but I don't want to haul, even though it's a laptop, it's portable, but I don't want to haul it around the house. I like having the designated space. I don't feel like it should impede on like the living room, family time space.
No, that makes sense.
I try.
So what is more, can you tell us more about your flash fiction? Like what is that you do? Like sounds like you do a lot of videos, but what is that?
Yeah. Exactly? So each flash fiction I do is a prompt and 10 words out of the book, Write the Story. So if you ever go to my page and look at the playlist for flash fiction or writing prompts or something like that, I forget what I called it. It is, I give a prompt and then 10 words you have to include in that prompt. I usually take 5-10 minutes to outline, which my outlines for flash fiction, a lot of people frown upon that, but honestly it works out because with those 10 words, I get like glimpses or pictures. And then either while I'm doing the outline, I realize, oh wait, here's the story that could connect all these points. I imagine it like a, what's the word? Like one of those numbered dots pictures. The dots is the words that I'm trying to include, and then actually drafting the story connects the dots. So I've had fun with it, and then sometimes it helps me learn that. Yes. Oh, okay. And sometimes the outline changes between the outline and the draft. And that just means that I got better and I realized something needed to change. At least that's what I'm telling myself. But I posted up on...
Jason, give him the keys.
I posted up on Twitch, like Flash Fiction Live with Chandra Arthur, and then these videos that I do that post on Wednesdays on my YouTube. So early on, before I even start the story, I give you the prompt. So if you're looking for prompts, feel free to just get it. But I also have a link to the Amazon to get the specific book, and you can just stop waiting for me to go through all 200, and you can pick and choose what you want yourself and buy the book. It's like $18, I think. But the reason I don't really like the book is because, and I started like early on writing a first draft in the book, but that's one prompt. This is one prompt, and that's not enough space because a flash fiction is 1,000 words or less. The best I was able to do, ignoring paragraph indentation and paragraphs whatsoever, the best I was able to do was fit about 600 words on one page. So that doesn't work out.
That's awesome, though. No, that's really, really great. I've always kind of wondered when we've done like sprints, like, you know, on other people's channels, like what exactly the flash fiction was. So thank you for explaining it.
Main thing with flash fiction is just make sure it's 1,000 words or less. That is the hard and fast rule. Everything else is just your personal. Like some people outline, some people don't. Some people are purist with the words that they are given in the prompt, and they don't like to change it. Some people, like myself, I'm only going to bend my story so much to cater to a word.
What's that?
It's about equal to how it is.
If you guys ever wanted to know what a minion looked like in real life, here you go.
Yep.
Go away, child.
It's about the same as mine.
No.
I want to put that under the TV. I want to put that in the TBR cart.
Okay, put it on the TBR cart, and please be careful because that's your brother's.
Well done.
We had to go to something called Arts for Smarts last week. The kids made. Why don't you grab all the rest of your Arts for Smarts stuff and we'll show it off, okay? Grab it from underneath the cart, please. Which basically is just where the school makes your kids do artwork, and then you buy it, and then they use the proceeds to buy books for their class.
I've seen that at my sister's, my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
They did the same thing, and I was like, man, do they have parents who don't buy the artwork?
There were so many, and like I wanted to buy everybody's art, but I also spent a lot of money on my own kids' art.
I know. Well, especially with twins, dude. Like,
yeah,
the
so
budget's crazy.
So this one is Jesse's little hands.
Oh,
Here's his little.
I like the colors. I actually kind of like it more upside down. It gives it a new perspective.
Right? This is, I think, the way that it was. And then, like, this is how his name is on the back. So I'm like, is it supposed to be like this? Is it supposed to be like this?
I mean, really, it's your prerogative. I feel like everyone does it up like this. So doing it to the side or upside down.
And then here's Jason's. That's the minion that's been a little butthead all day. So here's his hands, but then it's like also a heart. So
yeah, I was like #heart is what it makes me think of.
And then they also made a couple of cards, and then Jason made a magnet, which is really cute. It's a flower. Ooh. And Jesse, here's your card. Did you make this one, or is this one Jesse's? This is Jason's. Okay. Here's his little.
Yes, please sign everything, kids.
Yeah, especially when there's I have twins. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I have twins. So if you see two kids and you're like, hold up, I just saw that kid wearing an orange shirt. Now that kid's wearing, what color shirt are you wearing, Jesse? I forget what you're wearing. Whatever he's wearing. Okay, a pink shirt. Clearly, I don't even know what my children are wearing.
That's fine.
Yeah, so we've got cards, and then here he really wants to show off his little Here's his little magnet, and it has his name on it.
I love it.
And then Jesse made coasters. Yes,
Coasters.
buddy. Bring me the iPad and I'll turn it on.
Why?
So, okay.
So, like, I was expecting just a painting, but no, like, they went, like, all out art. Like,
oh yeah,
donate
they
to
do
the
so
school.
much stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. Well,
Okay.
Coffee Create Connect. First of all, love the name. I'm obsessed with coffee. I always say, like, if you look at any of my socials, it says I'm 95% caffeine and 5% charm because it's, well, okay, sorry, child was jumping. It's very accurate. So Coffee Create Connect, love it. And thank you so much for subscribing. Oh, this is so exciting. And with that, I say I'm so sorry, you guys. There's a lot.
No, it's not as loud as you think it is. Trust me.
They're so
Like I can hear you louder than them, even with your voice just then where you're like, they are so loud, and you brought it down. You were still louder than them shouting mommy. So it's not as loud as you think it
You
is.
can use them.
Oh, baby, no, honey. I appreciate that you did that, but I didn't want to take the thing off. It is very cute. Okay.
Aw.
I didn't. Yes, very cute, very cute. But where's the little tag thingy for Jesse's coasters? Please get it for me. But yeah, so one is, well, he's finally calming down. He was in so Jason was in a mood in terms of just being so freaking naughty today. Like, I don't know, he was sassy. And here's the thing. When I found out I was having boys, my kids are 7. I remember being really happy. It's okay, just bring it to me. Because I was like, you know, I think I can handle boys. Like, I think I could handle little girls, but I was just so scared. What happens when those little girls turn into teenagers? Because I cannot handle I can't handle teenage girl sass. There's no way that I know myself well enough to know I wouldn't be able to.
I got an 11-year-old girl. It's getting there.
No one warned me about little boy sass, okay?
Oh, yeah. See, here's my theory. Especially now that I have both, because I got an 11-year-old daughter and then a 5-year-old or 4-year-old son. He'll be turning 5.
Okay, you showed the live stream the remote, so why don't you go take your Roku remote and go watch TV?
So my theory is that boys are difficult in the first, like, we'll say 10 years, whereas girls are easy in those 10 years, and then they switch.
That's what I think. Okay.
Because with boys,
not use my makeup brush on my computer screen. Thank you.
And then because boys, the only thing you got to do during those like 11 onwards is just keep your pantry stocked and freezer and fridge stocked. That's it. You're just supplying the growth spurt. Girls, you don't know what you need when.
Right. Okay. Give me a second, Dino. So one is just being, I'm pretty sure my dry shampoo is being sprayed on my bathroom mirror right now. And then the other one is in a mood today because he's just whining. Oh, the whining. Okay, so let's put in the comments, then we'll start a spread. So you are very welcome. Well, I'm so glad that I was able to give you a reminder of your childhood.
Nostalgia.
Yes. So don't worry. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. Hi, Jordan. Yes. Well, that's what we're doing today. Is we're doing all the productivity stuff. So thank you for popping in and saying hello. Go get your stuff done. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one. And with that, let's go ahead and do another sprint. Let's go ahead and do, what do you guys want to do? Should we do 20 or 25 minutes this time?
Let's do 25 minutes because then we'll stop at 4:30.
That sounds perfect.
All right, because it's 4:04, which is close enough to 4:05 anyways.
Yeah,
so we'll just end at 4:30 or 30 after whatever is your
whatever
local
time it is for you, right? Because I was like, well, 4:30, how late did it get? And then I forget you're 3 hours ahead of me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. So I am going to leave. Well, I'm going to turn my screen off for a second to deal with.
It's fine. I'm keeping people entertained with my faces that I make while listening to myself talk.
I'm so sorry I was ignoring you from the other room. I'm going to go deal with that, and then I am going to be doing some writing during this sprint.
Should I hit stop?
Good luck, dear.
Yes, hit stop cam. Apparently I have a tech helper now.
And you're just audio. All right, we'll be done at 30 after. Hopefully everyone's productive.
I'll press it.
Oh, you want to press it? Here. Click. Put me on mute. I know it's what you want to do. Press.
Hello. Okay, so I think that is time for the second sprint. How did you guys do?
I am almost done with this whole thing. It came out to 12 minutes and 11 seconds. I just have one last 6.5 seconds. I put bloopers at the beginning of my videos, and it's usually me stumbling over myself, but this time it's the montage of my son interrupting me, pretty much. Where I'm like, okay, what do you need? Okay, yeah, just set that there. That's fine, kid. Yeah, nope, my camera's working. It's just saving the battery and having the screen off. And I think, oh, you want to let them in? Okay. Like,
That is
that's
awesome.
on. But I always do
That's
that.
great.
It's a little humbling. And then I throw in my own mistakes. Usually it's me going, blah, blah, blah.
That's fine. The last vlog that I posted, there's like a little spot in the middle because I was just like going through and editing, and I edit on my iPad because the editing app that I like is on there, and I love it because I can just like be anywhere in my house.
Yeah.
Because my iPad's nicer than my laptop. So, anyways, I was like putting all the footage on the app to edit, and I was just like clicking through different clips. I was like, okay, I've edited this one. What's the next clip? Because it should have all been in order. And then the clip was not me. It was my child. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Whoops.
So he's obsessed with wanting to vlog, and he will steal my camera. Jesse. So you might hear me say Jesse and Dino. I use them interchangeably because Dean is his middle name, and so I use them interchangeably. I usually call him Dino, but his name is Jesse. So Dino had grabbed my camera, and it says something like, let's do something cute. And then like you don't see his face, you just hear his voice, and he like blows a kiss or something. And so I put that in the middle of it, and I was just like, I got hacked by a minion because what I did not put in though was the one from when I was going through footage, and I'm like, what is this? And I click on it. My child stole my vlogging camera, brought it into the bathroom, set it up on the counter, sat down on the toilet, and stared at the camera while going to the bathroom.
There's a line
What is
in
wrong
vlogging.
with boys? What is wrong with little
It makes
boys?
me. Boys are crazy. People warned me, but I didn't listen at all. I did not listen.
Yeah.
Like, now we're back to this.
He filmed himself pooping. You guys.
Well, at least he's
So
pooping
yes,
in the
don't worry.
potty.
That will never appear in a vlog, okay?
Nope.
I don't even
Draw
put
the
their
line.
faces on camera, let alone the grumpies. So let's read some comments. Dawn is here. Yay. Hi. Love you. Miss you. Thank you for hanging out. Let's see. Oh, and if anybody wants to know what I did, I wrote 34 words.
Yeah. I finally
I had a
finished
mini
this.
meltdown, yelled at some kids, cried, literally there were no tears, but had the emotional outbursts similar to crying, and wrote 35 words. So that was really fun. Writing every mother's life is a montage of interruptions. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
What, you know?
The first sprint ended.
My second sprint ended, yes.
Are you on your final one?
No, we're going to be sprinting for a while. But yes, it is a montage. And apparently so are live streams when you scheduled it on a day. So if you guys want to, I do plan on doing these every week. It won't always be this chaotic because at least not until school is out for, let's just say the next few ones won't be so chaotic. Once summer comes, probably will be.
You want me to put it back in here?
Because this is what single mom and trying to be productive looks like. It looks like a lot of interruptions, a lot of tears, and 35 words. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
He put me on. I'll show you. Mommy, see?
Okay.
Can I show you? Can I show
Can
you
you
what
wait until the
app
next
I want
sprint?
to be on?
Absolutely. Can you wait until the next
See,
sprint, please? Okay.
And
Okay. I don't know. Can I end the guided access? Let's see if it likes my own thumb. Uh-oh. It wants a passcode.
No, you just.
Oh, here's a good point. Carly actually answered the question. The question was proposed earlier of what's your favorite productivity method?
Yes.
And Carly said, my only productivity method is being over caffeinated and just forcing myself to sit down at my desk and eventually I write something I actually like.
I love that productivity method. You had me at over caffeinated. So
for me, I try not to do word counts lately. That's been my new thing. That's what I've really been enjoying with the flash fictions because the task is to write a flash fiction. That could be 100 words. That could be 1,000 words, and somewhere in between. By not worried about, I need to write 4,000 words, I just write. And so I think that's what I'm going to do, like write a chapter, write a scene or something. Focus on the task.
I love that.
Do you want this back in your ear? Come here. Stop squirming. There we go. I'm trying. Will you stop moving? Do you want it in your ear or not?
And then Nina said around 300 again, lost where I stopped last time, but I'm writing a scene with a character I hate because he's kind of a bad person, but I do like writing him. I do love writing characters that I like. I have a character I haven't gotten to the point yet where she's introduced in the book that I'm writing because I'm just kind of I'm in chapter 1 right now, and but I know what she's like, and she is awful, and I'm so excited to write her. I'm so excited.
I like villain origin stories. Those are always fun.
Yeah. So she's just she's nobody because I can't remember the passcode to get out of guided access. So I just have to try to figure out if anybody knows how to shut off an iPad. Let me know because I forget.
I think it's hold down, depending on which version you got. Hold down the power button. Try the power button and the home button if it's got a home button at the same time. Both of them.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember the guided access passcode, and it's not wanting my thumb right now for some reason.
Yeah. Or it's just hold down the power button.
Okay. You guys are looking at my vanity and my really messy desk right now, or closet right now. 1 second.
It's not that messy, by the way. It's not that bad.
I'm so glad
I saw mirrors and a few drawers.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you want to help me let the dogs in?
Yeah, my apartment's really weird. It's considered a 1.3 bath, which means there's a sink in the bedroom.
Huh.
Yeah, it's considered a vanity because it's like it's got like a mirror and a sink and like drawers and stuff. So it's like it's a vanity. But yes, there's a sink in my bedroom. I don't know, but I do love it.
Is it carpeted?
Yes. Oh, okay.
No. I've always disliked that. I'm like, there should not be carpet in areas of water.
Right? Yeah, there is carpet. Yeah, because it's like in my bedroom. Like it's a full-on sink. Like looks just like the sink you'd find in a bathroom. There's even a little like mirrored medicine cabinet thing here. It's not messy, so I'll show you guys. It's not messy, but
yeah.
I mean, it looks like because there's everything, all of these drawers, like cabinets fall apart. Like you pull those little drawers up and that thing comes off. I have to have somebody come in. So it's a little messy because I was getting ready. But you can see, hello. This is in my bedroom. And then under here is just like, it's not messy. It's just where I keep extra crap like my, sorry, putting you guys back now. That's where I put like my blow dryer and stuff. But yeah, there's a sink in my bedroom. I don't understand why, but I do love it. Okay. All right. 1 second, you guys. I'm going to get him set up with something so that we can actually chat.
All right. Don't worry. I'll hold up the chat if need be. So, my dogs are supposed to be coming inside, and they are not at the moment. So if you hear my husband whistling, that's why. Right now, I am going through, for that intro that I was talking about where I have interruptions for the video, I end up, you want to put it back in your ear? Other ear. This ear. I end up changing.
She's inside. Jesus, she's right there.
calling for a dog that's already inside. But I end up changing the format or the visual, the view, whatever it's called. I don't know. It's like making it black and white, even though it's not. Oh my gosh. There we go. Sorry. All right.
Okay, and I'm going to go back a little bit. Sorry, now Franklin's making noise. Okay. So thank you. I'm so glad that you love the clip of my child being a crazy hacker. And I'm kind of bouncing around in the comments a little bit. I think
it's your stream. What are we going to do?
Characters, and I love reading really messy characters. So
yeah, I like, give me flawed characters. Like the characters of Gillian Flynn in Gone Girl and Sharp Objects and stuff like that. Flawed characters. I like very flawed characters. Because I find it interesting that someone can be completely flawed, but yet you keep it sucks readers in. You keep reading.
Yeah, I love a good unreliable narrator. You know, we're like,
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love that. And I just finished reading last night. I read, or I've been reading it, but I just finished. What is the book? Oh my god, my brain! Oh my god, it's gone. No wonder I can only write 34 words. The Final Girl Support Group. I just finished that one last night. I read like the last 90 pages last night. It was really, really good, but I feel like that definitely had an unreliable narrator because, you know, this chick is just crazy. I mean, rightfully so. She was multiple times trying to kill her, but that chick was a mess, but I loved it.
Sweet.
Nina, he went through a lot of changes. At one point, he was supposed to be dead, and then the brother,
aggressive,
and the best friend, and then eventually my mind stopped at piece of garbage. I love it. My current book is basically just messy characters, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
my life is messy characters, so I mean.
Someone asked me what I write, and with flash fiction, I've been genre hopping like all over the place. I stumbled onto horror. I write cutesy romance stuff. I've written like dark stuff. I've written a mobster thing one time. Like I've done paranormal. I've done like all of this stuff, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. But then someone asked me what I like actually write. And I was like, well, my novels are women's fiction, but it's not just women's fiction. Like I got a dark women's fiction. I got a sci-fi women's fiction. I was like, I don't stay in just one area.
No, I basically exist in anything that I do in two different genres. True crime / thrillers and romance. So apparently the only thing that involves everything that I watch on TV, everything I write, everything I read, for the most part, I might watch or read something a little different every once in a while, but for the most part, I only exist in love and murder. Like that's it.
Or both.
Anything else. Or both. Yes. Anything else, and it just doesn't pique my interest apparently. So I was looking at the fact that my life has been a little chaotic this year, and for those of you that are new, I'm recently a single mom, so that's why my life is super crazy right now because every day we're figuring things out. So this year, because that happened in January, is when my ex and I split up, and I haven't read anything. I just finished my second book, and I haven't been writing, haven't been doing any of the things that make me a happy human. And so I'm getting back to it. You know, it takes some time to figure things out, and I'm finally starting to like get back to it, you know?
Well, and then you got to find something that's sustaining, not something that is temporary. Like, certain media out there, like movies or something like that, that's a temporary happiness. So and stuff, because I know you and I, not to disclose our dirty laundry, but we've been addicted over the trial. Yes. But the trial's going to end soon.
It's over. It's over. Like all the tests.
Like, we're on jury watch, but
you're on jury watch. But like, I mean, what are we going to do once now, if anybody that doesn't understand what we're talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, which I was hesitant to say anything about because I will be here for the next 7 hours talking about nothing but the trial.
Yeah. We this is how we bonded.
Yes,
First we bonded of like, oh, we're both parents and stuff. And then she made a post on IG and I was like, you too? And then we just like
every morning, it's like, for me, it's like 6 or 7 in the morning and I'm like, I am watching now. Are you watching?
I'm waiting for her to wake up so that I don't interrupt her sleep.
Right. And then I go
I'm
back,
East Coast.
Okay, so I just have to ask you, out of all of the, let's go on both sides. So we'll start with Johnny Depp. Who was your favorite like person that has testified?
I'm trying
to watch, whether you like them, hate them, whatever.
I don't know names, but it's the guy where they were trying to pin him, and he was early on. They were trying to pin on him. They're like, "So you don't like Amber Heard, you know?" And he's like, "No,
his best friend, the one that was crying.
Yeah, that said,
Isaac
I'm just tired.
He was my favorite. He was
where
my
he
favorite.
goes, I'm just tired. I want this over. I'm exhausted. Like, and I can totally relate to that. Where sometimes, like, trying to get justice, trying to resolve anything, they've been doing this for 6 years, and for him to say, I'm just tired. Like, I think even if none of us have been in a litigation or whatever, we can relate to that, to where there's a situation and we just want to like leave it in the past, like not deal with it.
Well, and what I thought was great about his testimony too was that even though he is his best friend for 40 years, when he's giving his testimony, he's even like, when she's like, oh, he hit me, his response wasn't like, no way, I've known this guy for 40 years, there's no way he did that. His response was, oh my God, what? Let me see, are you okay? Because he cared about her. And he's just like, he was surprised, but he was just like, oh my God, like, let me see you, are you okay? Like, genuine concern, because he did like her. And then
it wasn't that blaming of, well, what did you do or whatever, because I know sometimes and that the reason I feel that this is so important, and I wish I had my work computer, because someone was messaging me and they're like, I haven't seen anything about it, why is it so important? And I gave up like a 6-point list of why this is important, and it's not because it's celebrities, it's because this is like a finalized, publicized event of how a man, we're going to talk forever about this, of how a man,
like I said, I'll be here for 7 hours if anybody wants to hang out with me,
how a man can be abused, and that's finally becoming prominent, because it's, people think it's not women. 2, and I know, people are innocent until proven guilty, but I mean, honestly, with all the data, Amber Heard is either flat out lying or embellishing to a certain degree, at least. And I think embellishing is like, she went from 10 to 100%. Not, I don't think it's like, oh, she went from like 70 to 90. No, if she embellished, it was like 10 to 90, if not just a flat out thing. Later, buddy. But so therefore it's highlighting that you can't just say what you want about somebody. Like it is, I feel like it's finally calling to terms, because a lot of men like to make the argument of, well, what about those people who lie? And I've seen people who lie. And I had a situation occur where it wasn't a situation like that, but everyone kept asking me, going, were you consenting? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. Like they wanted me to take that out or something. I'm like, I'm not going to lie about somebody, So, so it just, for me, it's finally a highlight that you can't use this willy-nilly, like that there's you will be called out for lying. And everything. And even though it's a civil case and she's not going to serve jail time, even though she's got other cases pending of purgatory and stuff like that. But, and then like my last point of why this is important is that why I think there's a very strong case here is that abusers, usually when one person comes forward, a history comes out and more people come forward. This situation have occurred. Amber's history has come out, whereas Johnny has had people. Johnny's people that have come forward are going, no, he wouldn't have, he never. So that to me is also a signifier as well, which is why I'm swayed.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I come at it, and we've talked about this, but and it's not like a secret or anything. It's been on my channel and something I've been a little bit more vocal about. But I'm a survivor of domestic violence very recently, and for me, it's like I started watching it when I was in this weird place where I was actively seeking out really triggering crap. I don't know why. It was like this weird
the show
thing I was
Made.
doing. What?
The show Made.
Oh, I haven't watched that one yet, but
that will be triggering. That's more
Yeah.
emotional abuse, but kind of like the slamming cabinets thing that Amber Heard was trying to push, which I will say Johnny might have been emotionally abusive. And yeah.
But here's the thing. There's something, and yes, I do agree that he was, and that's where I really wish that people had talked more
reactive
about
abuse. That is why that is important. That's another thing that is becoming important in the case is reactive abuse.
And I feel like they should have had an expert on the stand to talk more about reactive abuse.
Yes.
Because they did have that, and I think it was like their divorce or their like relationship counselor who said that it was she used the word mutual abuse. But I have talked to my therapist about this, and I've like looked at a lot of things, and there's this sense that there's a difference between just like toxic relationships and you can be mutually toxic. But when you really talk about domestic violence, it's a different aspect because there's that control aspect of I'm being this way because I am trying to control another human being, and you can't equally be
like trying to stand your ground. You end up becoming controlling.
Like one has to be the domineering one, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of therapists don't believe in mutual abuse, but there is something called reactive abuse, and that is something that I dealt with a lot in myself. I remember telling my ex, like, I'm losing my mind, and the reason I don't want to be, I mean, I've been trying to leave this dude for years, but I remember once telling him, like, the worst thing in my entire world, the worst possible thing, worse than you hitting me, worse than the things you say to me, is that I don't want to become like you, and I feel like I am becoming just like you. You know, like I would say awful things. I would call him names because things that I could never imagine speaking to another person. I'm in another relationship now, and I was like telling my boyfriend, I was like, I could never imagine opening my mouth and saying these words to you. It's like acid just thinking about it. But I would say it so willingly, and it's because when you're in that position at a certain point, you do lose your mind, and you do just kind of become 100%. The thing you hate, you know, and it's part of like the fight or flight, fawn freeze, like those responses. What is
a
fight
corner
or flight?
dog,
Fight.
like any
Fight.
of these?
Yeah, fight doesn't just mean you're going to hit somebody back when they hit you. Fight means verbally. It means slamming cabinets. I've done that. Like I've slammed cabinets before. Literally, I've done that exact same thing.
I broke a door.
Yeah, like it's a real
like the door frame when I slammed it,
right?
But yeah.
And I remember once my husband was like a huge hoarder, and he had like this countertop that was just like piled with crap, and I was just so angry. I just took my arm and I just swiped all of the crap on the ground. Did I ever punch him, kick him? No, but I was losing my mind. And now that I'm safe and I'm out and I'm in a better place, I can look back at the time and be like, that wasn't who I am. That was a response to the trauma that I was experiencing. So when I think that people that have been in that situation look at this whole thing completely differently because they can see it in their own eyes. Whereas other people, I'm glad that they don't have that experience. But they just look at it like, yeah, he must be guilty too, or he must be this, because they don't understand the way that it changes who you are when you're in it. But I do agree that one of the best parts of it, though, is that men can be abused. I know multiple men in my life that have been abused by women, physically, emotionally, financially, all of it, you know, and they don't talk about it. So, like,
no, because they think it's what it's supposed to be. And we need to promote what a healthy relationship is. Like there is caring and checking in with each other because you have a shared account. And then there is feeling like you have to have somebody like to check off on any expenses you have. There's a difference there. And stuff like that. And sometimes that financial disconnect is because it can come down to lack of communication. Because what if someone is more financially savvy, and you just started turning to them, and then they're like, oh, this is what they want me to do. But then you finally speak up and go, wait a second, I feel like I'm a kid with an allowance. Why do I have to check in with you? And then it unfolds, and they go, I didn't want you to feel that way. I thought you actually wanted me to keep track of the money and stuff. I'm sorry. Like, and so and it won't always go that way, because when sometimes when conversations are brought up, both sides feel like the other side's attacking. So that's how things blow out. It happens. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of things, it's communication at the beginning of the relationship, expectations, and those unwritten rules. Like my grandfather told me a story of my, every time he woke up in the morning, my grandmother was like, good morning, and like ready to talk to him. And he's like, I need my coffee. But then she felt slighted because he wasn't talking to her. So it made her feel neglected in the morning. So they came to an agreement. Oh, sorry, I keep on putting my computer to sleep. They came to agreement where he would wake up, give her a hug, and she would wait till he finished his coffee to start talking. But so there was that address of love and stuff. And so it just took some communication. Of course, he was a retired preacher by the time I knew him. So like there was other factors of why their marriage worked. Not that that's a reason, but you know, he was also a psychiatrist to psychiatrist as well. So like he knew communication keys and stuff like that. But either way.
That's awesome. Communication is important. And I think when we were bringing up like the financial stuff, like I think, you know, I talk about this a lot in like my group therapy classes, where sometimes we'll go through certain things and there's a difference between, like they put, for example, jealousy is on a list of negative relationship traits, but it's also an emotion. And sometimes you can't help it. You know, like sometimes you feel a little jealous, but it's what do you do with it afterwards?
Yeah.
You know, what do you do with it? Do you acknowledge the fact that this is just a feeling and then you move on from it? Or do you let it fester and then you're tracking their location and you're looking at their phone and then you're doing all of these toxic things? Or do you just be like, yeah, I'm feeling jealous, but it's just an emotion. I know my guy, my girl, whatever, we're good. It's fine. I'm just, you know, I'm a little jealous because the pretty girl flirted with it or whatever it is, right? But it's what do you do afterwards? Or like with the financial stuff that you were talking about, it's maybe there's a disconnect or a miscommunication and then you can talk it through. It doesn't mean that you are intentionally trying to keep your partner on a leash because financially it's something you can control.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a big difference there. So I definitely agree. We won't talk about this for too much longer, but Isaac was my favorite on his team as far as like a personal one. I also love Dr. Curry. She is amazing.
Dr. Curry.
Love Dr. Curry. Oh my
I've been making jokes that like there's so many like women that I want to be when I grow up in this.
I know.
that they're competent. Like Camille, Dr. Curry, Emily with her commentary.
I think you and I were talking about this.
Yeah, and I would even include Elaine because and that's what I like about Emily and some other law tubers reaction is that Elaine does have some aspects that are good with her. Bailey, Runkle the Bailey, said he was going to do a video that's defending Elaine.
Fire TV.
Hold on, buddy.
But college interview.
That's awesome. Why don't you go watch that video on the Fire TV? You don't want to miss it. Go, go, go.
Don't you open the Amazon app? I'll stay signed out. Promise. The only device that the Amazon app is signed in to is on your phone.
Are you watching it on my phone?
No, I'm not watching.
Or are you using Amazon on my phone?
No.
Then why
What's the
am I
problem?
getting alerts to reset my password on Amazon?
Cashier, have fun.
Oh, and then he
You want me to
walks
charge it? I
away.
need it. Yeah.
I love how I ask a question and then he just walks away. Which
He pulls a
tells me-
Camille and says no further questions and walks away.
right.
God, where was I? Oh, Runkle the Bailey. He was saying, listen, Elaine is a great, because most civil cases don't go to court. It's, they might do some settlement or whatever outside of court because no one wants to take the 6 years to actually get to court. And he said that's where Elaine does well, but because she has a lot of verbal tics, nuances, and stuff like that, in a
She's not a great trial attorney.
In a 6-week trial, it's not good. It makes her unlikable and everything. And
Well,
I've heard,
I think honestly, I feel like they just
their case is client driven, where I think Johnny said, "Y'all tell me what to do" to his lawyers.
He's
and
fault.
his
Yeah,
lawyers.
he's doing and here's the other thing. Personally, and this is just if you're guilty, you wouldn't be doing this.
Hey, Mom.
If he honestly felt like he was guilty, he wouldn't be doing this. She's not suing him first, and he's doing a counterclaim. He came to sue her because he believes fully that she's full of doo doo. Literally, because it was left on his head.
And the hearsay that's been going on of like them not getting jobs, I think there was like backdoor conversations with him. Honestly, I think with her, she's talking about her defamation. And it's like, your defamation is because you lied and we're calling you out. Like that's your defamation. Like she's complaining about the attacks. Now, the attacks online don't need to happen.
Not okay.
Like saying to put her baby in a microwave. Hell no. No. None of
it's okay.
Number one rule of the internet. I don't care who you are and what the person has done. You do not go after children. Children are innocent.
Or even just any person in
did.
general. You don't go after a person with any sort of violent intent on the internet or make threats against them in general.
A terroristic threat and stuff, yeah.
Especially children. No, that's not okay. And I think that there's a difference. Like you can talk about it and you can talk about the points that are being brought up and you can make inferences for how that works in non-famous people's lives. Like we have done but I'm not okay with online polling for anybody. But also she's losing jobs because audios were leaked of her admitting to abuse. That's why she started losing jobs. And it's not because his lawyers said something mean in the Daily Beast.
And I think the two most damning evidence for Johnny is when he calls her an effing see you next Tuesday at the top of his lungs. But just like you and I were talking about reactive abuse, that happens. And then the evidence of him slamming the cabinets, because I've dealt with like madness, not even at me, like at something else, but because I'm in the vicinity, my anxiety goes. And I know it's not at me, and I know we're good, but I just being in the vicinity, it was stressful. I can understand that being, if it was a regular event, that would be stressful and stuff. But that's the only two that come off the top of my head, because those last bit of text where he denied, like, that doesn't sound like me whatsoever.
They were incoming.
Yeah,
they were incoming text messages. They were not outgoing. How did nobody catch this? I mean, the internet did, but
the internet did.
Like,
the internet has
lawyers
been great.
did not catch this. Like,
lawyers did not catch it whatsoever. No. So there's so many things and stuff.
For me, what I've enjoyed watching though is because we've been watching the lawyers reacting and the lawyers kind of breaking things down. Okay. But I don't really do the like body language experts, but I've been watching this guy. He's based out of Seattle. He is a psychologist, and he reacts to things that are happening. And I really like that because it's kind of cool, especially with the psychologists, like testimonies getting the point of view of a psychologist is really interesting when he's like, yeah, that's true though, but no, that is exactly how that would be interpreted. But then when Dr. Spiegel gets on, it took this poor guy 5 videos to break down the Dr. Spiegel testimony. And like at first, like the first 2 parts, he was like, yeah, no, this is really good. And then when Dr. Spiegel lost his damn mind and was just saying really weird, inaccurate things, these guys, he was just like, what? Like, what did he just say? Like, that's
And
not.
then what's great is like, so Dr. Curry debunks the what's her chick. I have to admit, it's like the experts, the witnesses that are called up for each side mirror the whole side's attitude of like, stop believing other people, believe me. That's the attitude of Amber Heard's side, and Johnny's side is like, here's the facts. And I think LawTube summed it up perfectly when they said Amber Heard has had the law on their side, but Johnny has all the facts.
Yeah. Okay, well, I promised. I've been joking when I said we would talk about this for 7 hours.
We could.
The numbers
We could do an entire wrap up stream, but we're not qualified. We're just fans.
We're just very interested.
I would say fans, but we're also invested because we've experienced things similar and seen things. And the number one thing that pisses me off, take away gender entirely. And someone did bring up, they're like, what if you switch the gender of this entire scenario? And I'm like, that is the mic drop moment.
It is 100%.
Counter any prejudice.
They would not be in court right now if you switched the genders.
No,
they would not. There would be no lawsuit because they just wouldn't be. I'm so sorry. The dog is having a meltdown. Finally got the kids under control because they're trying to hack into my Amazon and buy things. Little do they know that there's no money in the checking account. I keep it all in savings. What was I saying?
Hold on.
Oh, the other point I wanted to make though is, yes, I am very on Johnny Depp's side, but I will make one more point that I don't know if I made it to you, or I know I said this to my sister. Talking about like how much fun it would be, or like how hard it must be to be on the jury. They would never let me in the jury because I don't care how old he has gotten. Johnny Depp is very attractive to me, so if I was even like
in the house
on the patio, on the balcony, but be careful, okay? No, you cannot play outside the front door. I'm sorry that it's boring, but we'll go do something else in a little bit. The alarm is set, so don't open the front door. I don't care how old he is. He is still very attractive, and if I was on the jury, I would be like jump. I would want to be on the jury just so I can jump over everything and like lick his face and then get arrested. Like I would be okay getting arrested for licking.
That's the thing that drives me crazy. I'm like, it's not even he has money situation whatsoever. No, like why is someone just like that chill and mellow? Why did they find someone so bad? But it also comes down to love bombing, because one thing I do agree that she said, they were in their own little bubble. And that is dangerous when you're in your own little bubble, love bombing each other and only being with each other. So anyway.
Yes. That, and I mean, I will say she is a very attractive woman.
Yes.
So of course he would be attracted to her and just believe everything that she says.
If I go out the back door, the bugs will stab you.
I'm trying to figure out.
Bugs don't stab people.
Yes, they do.
Where did you get that? Internet, do bugs stab people? Oh, look, the internet has said no. No, please. We're almost done, buddy.
The back door, the bugs will.
Okay, now I'm doing 2
Okay, well, if you
players.
go out the front door, you're going to step on a dead bird. So, like, what would you rather do? Step on a dead bird or have a bug stab you?
There you go.
They power washed the side of the building, and apparently they killed the baby bird.
Aww.
And it's like right out in front of my door. So no, there will be no going out front. You can either go play with the dead bird or you can play with the
Yes, I'll play with you on the couch.
I don't want to play bugs.
So you want to go play with the dead bird?
Animals that are dead and animals to fly. Bugs and dead birds are dangerous.
You're absolutely right. The dead bird is very dangerous. The bug is just a fly. It's not going to
No,
hurt you.
it's
I'm
dangerous.
sorry. And I'm sorry,
It
you
might
guys.
kill me.
Okay, so
I mean,
here's the
if you've
problem.
seen Alfred Hitchcock's movie, The Birds, yes, you would have that belief.
So here's the problem. I'm a little. I joke about things a lot, and I'm very dramatic. And
Sarcastic?
I say things like, no, just straight dramatic. Like the other day, I was
Okay.
like, "Guys, leave me alone. I need to get coffee. Or I'm going to die." And then every time I have coffee, the one behind me is like, Mom, you have coffee. Does that mean you're not going to die?"
Yes,
Or
sweetie.
he tried making me coffee the other day and like brings it into me, goes, "Here you go, Mom, so you don't
Hold
die."
on, buddy.
Because he very much thinks that if I don't drink coffee, I will actually cease to live. And now that's transitioning into him thinking
Yes,
everything.
I know.
is
I'm
going
coming.
to him die. So
Aww.
the best was this was a few months back. Before we moved out of our other place. I was trying to get him to eat eggs, and he goes, "No, Mom, I can't eat eggs." I'm like, "Why, dude? Like, why can't you eat eggs?" And he's like, "Because if I eat eggs, I'll die." And then he sits on the floor and he just like, and I'm like, "Dude, you're not gonna die. Just whatever, just go." So I ate eggs, right? I was like, "Whatever, fine. I'll eat the damn eggs." So I ate some eggs, and I was so sick, like my body did not react to it, and I was like, "Oh my god, my child is sick."
Does my kid have a premonition?
Oh my god, like if I had eaten one more egg, would I have died? Really, it's just that he's a picky little butthole who doesn't want to eat any of the food that I make him.
Yeah. I know, that's our kid. Well, the youngest one. The oldest one, she also doesn't want to, but I'm like, no, you're old enough. You're 11. Like, I'm not arguing with you. You eat the food. So,
What will make it
Boring
not?
in the house.
Then go play on the phone.
are we ready for a
Let's do
final
another
sprint?
sprint. Yes,
Yeah.
I think we've chatted enough. Let's do one more sprint. What do you guys want to do? 20 or 25
Get
minutes?
off the light.
Sitting on the couch playing games, so.
We're gonna do one more, buddy.
No, not one more sprint.
We're
Let's
gonna
do
do
20.
one more. And I'll find something that's not
Mom.
boring for you to do, okay, buddy?
So we'll finish at what, 5:35?
Yeah, let's do
Or
it. That's
35 after. Sorry, I keep on
35 after.
Yeah.
Well, Nina, thank you so. Oh my gosh, it's 11 p.m.
In Austria.
You're in Austria. Oh, well, thank you so much for hanging with us. Have a great night's sleep. And I will be doing this next week. I will be a little bit more productive, I promise, because there won't be so many adorable distractions in my house. And yes, but thank you so much for hanging out. And let's do one more sprint, and we will end at 35 after.
All right, last sprint. Let's go.
Ooh.
Okay, how did you guys do?
I played Crash Bandicoot Racing with my son, and he said he didn't like it, so we only got through one race, then he canceled. Then he couldn't pick another game. And then when he did pick another game, it was a one-player game, not two players, so he got upset.
104?
And I just walked away.
That's awesome.
And then we got
What does that mean?
I'm having
that
a
mean,
really.
Mom?
That means, honey, that I wrote 100 words during this last sprint for a total of 694 of my 10,000 word goal. I can't focus. Like with the kids, when the
Well,
kids are
100
awake, I just
words?
can't. Like,
Yeah.
I can't focus. So, I finally started getting into like a place where I was able to actually think of things. I spent probably 90% of the sprint not thinking, and then the last like 7 minutes I was like, oh, I have words I can say. Right.
Set it down.
Let's see. So Vixen of Fiction is here.
Yep.
And
Reading
so that she is reading, and she is reading
Witchlings by Clarabelle Ortega.
That sounds, I like the title.
Yeah.
And then Carly wrote 300 words.
My video that I was editing earlier just finished rendering during that sprint.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I might go ahead and upload it to YouTube and do all the description stuff. So then I don't have to worry about it between now and Wednesday.
That's awesome.
Trying to choose a new game with the kid is a ridiculously long process. Yeah, I'm envious of my husband who doesn't play video games with our son because our son's gotten to that point where he knows not to ask my husband. Whatsoever.
Mommy!
Yes, you know.
I want all this as a heart on mine.
No, honey, yours is perfect the way it is, baby.
I want mine to have a heart.
Okay, well, how about, we're not going to change this one because you already made this one, but how about we get the stuff and we do our own? Maybe we'll have Lindsay and Bella come over one day and we can all do art. How does that sound, Lindsay? Do you want to come over one day and all do art? I know she's watching. So Zebra Piglet is my bestie. So sometimes I might say weird things and it's just because I know she's watching. So yes, you should text me and tell me if you want to come over and let our children play with paint one day, which sounds scarier than I'm hoping it is.
Just put down a tarp, you'll be fine.
Yes.
And then go outside with the hose to wash them off.
That's a great idea. What?
Where's the scrunchie?
I don't know. Why don't you go find a scrunchie and then you can braid my hair? That also sounds like a scarier thing because I don't know if he's ever braided my hair before. So I got a good stopping point. About an hour more of reading. That's awesome. That is awesome. Where is it? Okay, so you said you'll finish before bed. So where are you in the world?
I think she is either East Coast time or Central time.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, pay me.
Yeah, in a little bit.
Now call.
Okay, so Bestie says
We don't.
yes. We will let our children play with paint.
Painting.
And you're gonna call me. You're gonna call me right after this, so we can discuss it then.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. I mean, yes, we already decided I was going to call you right after this, anyways. Plus, even if we hadn't had that conversation, I pretty much spent half the day on the phone with you. So here we go.
Yep.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say my brain is dead. I have no more thoughts.
It was
left.
a good effort. Things were done. Maybe not as long as you wanted, but you were able to accomplish something. It's like going for a walk versus a run. Listen, it's better than sitting on the couch.
I got a whole 134 words written in 2.5 hours.
Exactly. 134 that you didn't have before.
Exactly. And next time I know to just not plan a stream when the kids are home from school.
It sometimes can't be avoided.
Well, this summer it's not going to be able to be avoided. So if I want to do these, I might, and sometime this week I might just do a pop-up stream just because I am trying to get more writing done. And during the week, I don't really have all that much to do. When the kids are in school, like I go to the gym, but I do that in the morning usually. And I am on a leave of absence from work right now. So I might end up doing a pop-up stream later. So I did leave all of Natalie's information I did add it all to the description box, so make sure to go follow her in all of the places. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do, so that we can hang out another time when my brain works better.
It's a koozie.
And yes, I love that. Oh my God, I love it.
I went to Vegas and this was one of the things I got back because I was like, I'll eat Twizzlers even by itself, but I'll put it as a koozie for my soda.
Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers.
What?
I feel like I need more coffee.
Oh, I'm a corporate shill? Thanks. Peanut Gallery chimes in every now and then. That's what you'll get on my channel.
That is
My
awesome.
brain's dead.
That is awesome. Oh, and while I was on this last sprint, by the way, my child made a shopping list.
Chips.
I need to do some shopping from Instacart right now because I don't leave my house to go to the grocery store if it can be avoided. So I need to have a lot of snacks, chips, and orange juice. And apparently chips are not a part of a lot of snacks. And also a lot of snacks was not clarified. So
broccoli and ranch. There you go.
You're not supposed to talk about what happens in Vegas. That's all.
I didn't. I said what I bought there. Loophole. Oh, Stitch. So Stitch is my dog, and she had a seizure yesterday in the middle of a stream. Which is like her 10th one. It's not that crazy, but she's not whining anymore because she whines for like hours after it's done. Like it scared her, which I mean she's delirious when she's done. But yeah, no, she's doing fine. She's laying over there looking kind of regal. So but yeah, now we'll be taking her to the vet. I gotta schedule that because it's starting to happen a little bit too much for my liking. And of course my brain goes to cancer or tumor or something that's causing the seizures. So Amara, it sounds like you probably need to handle referee time and everything.
Yes, and on that note, I am going to go and try to explain to the children for the 100th time that there's nothing wrong with flies. Flies are not going to sting you or stab you or burn you or whatever else they think. But also, no, we cannot go out the front door because there is a dead bird right out front of our house. And I need to call the apartment complex and have them come do something with the dead bird. So let's finish up a couple comments and then we will go. So we've got, thank you for coming. I had a lot of fun and I will be so much more productive next week.
No, it's okay. You set the time, your productivity at that point is not rigorous. So as long as you stick to the time, you've been productive enough. If anything, because it's your stream, our productivity is your productivity.
Oh, I love that. So thank you all for being productive for me. Love it. And I'm so glad that you will be with us next week, Carly. It'll be the same time, noon. I don't know if we'll have Natalie with us next week or not, but thank you again for
if it's during the week, I have work and stuff, even though I work from home. And I did not take a leave of absence. And for the reason that you have, I don't want to take a leave of absence. I won't go through that just to get off work. I'll use my leave days, holidays, whatever, vacation.
Right.
But if I got a heads up notice, I'll use it.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, thank you. And I'm sure you and I will be chatting tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're on Verdict Watch, so we will be watching tomorrow. And you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.